Hi everyone, you're welcome to Now Creative World. I'm Afrojuku Naomi, the creative director of Now Creative World. And in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make a cobweb fascinator. And the materials you'll be needing are your fascinator wire. This is my fascinator wire. I'll also be needing a molded fascinator. And to cover it up, I'll be using a piece of fabric. This piece of fabric is known as yori yori. You can use lace, or you may decide not to cover your molded fascinator as if you want to use it like that. Then you also be needing your glue gum. This is my glue gum. I'll be needing my glue gum. I'll also be needing my paper tape, my gum B7000 or wool gum. I'll be needing my measuring tape as well, my pair of plier or cutter to cut the fascinator wire, my needle and thread, which is also optional. I'll also be needing my scissors as well to cut, and I'll be needing a chambala or a tiny cord. It's known as tiny cord or a chambala. You can get this in the market where they sell tailoring materials. Then you also be needing your small roses or trimmings, so I'll be using this. All right, and okay, I think we are done, so let's get started. So I started by using my fabric, my yori fabric, to cover my fascinator. This is the molded fascinator, so I covered this one up with my yori fabric, and I have to double it because it's a bit transparent, so I doubled it, and this is it. Now before I covered it, I didn't use my fascinator wire. I did not insert my fascinator wire inside. I just covered it like that, and this is the inside, this is the outside. So that is that for that. You know how to do that. You use your gum, just apply your gum to the edges and you cover it. That's that. Then for the fascinator wire, I measured my fascinator wire. You may decide to use a different measurement, so I'll just tell you the measurement I used for this. So for this one inside, I use 36. This is 36. I use my measuring tape to measure, and this one down is 44. 36, 44. Then for the one that is going to be inside, the middle one, it has to be the same size with your molded fascinator. It has to be with the same size with your molded fascinator. So this will be able to sit inside. This should be able to sit inside. I'll do that when we want to go into that. So this will suit this, or to sit inside. Then for the covering of the fascinator wire, I use the chambala I told us before. Now this is the chambala or the tiny cord. So what you do is you take your tiny cord. Now before I go into this, I wrapped this with my tiny cord because I use tiny cord to wrap this. So I will be needing another set of fascinator wire as well that I'll use for the joining. I'll be needing another set of fascinator wire, and this time around I'll be using the flexible fascinator wire. This type that is flexible than this one that is here. The reason I'm using it because it works well for me, and that is what I have here. So I cut it out with my pair of plier, and this is it. So what I'll be doing with this is to do the joining of this. Can you see? So this is it now. So I need 4 of this actually, and I've covered 3 up. This is 1, this is 2, and this is the third one. And now I want to cover this last one. So I'll teach you how to cover this last one, and if you're able to cover this one, or you're able to wrap this, you'll be able to wrap the fascinator wire around with your chambala or tiny cord. So now let's get started. This is my tiny cord, right? So what I actually did was to I applied my gum first before I tied, to just keep it in place, right? So I applied my gum, so I'll tie now. So I'll tie. So the reason I'm leaving this excess, I will not cut it out. The reason I'm leaving it because I'll still use it to tie, like want to continue my work. So I'll just apply my gum here, just the start point, just to keep it in place. That's all. So I'll continue now. And I will drag. Can you see? So I'll continue to the end. So now I'm almost done. This is the other end. I'll apply my gum once more. Apply your gum is optional. I just did that to keep it in place. Like, I don't want it to move or go front and back. So this is it. And I'm almost done. So I'll cut and then I'll tie. So this is it now. So if you're able to wrap this, you'll be able to wrap this fascinator wire, right? So this is this this wire, or this one we just made now, is for the joining. Like I said earlier on, we need 4 of this. So this is it now. And actually, this place is, when you are wrapping your fascinator wire, you may, because the tiny cord is long, so you may have some difficulty, and maybe you may want to cut at some stages, like this ones you are seeing here. You may want to cut then before you continue. So this part that you cut now will be the side that you use to join, so that it will not be visible. Can you see? So I'll place this first one here, or because I have extra tiny cord I want to use to join here, I'll just leave that place. So I'll just place this one here. Can you see? I'll place this one here. I'll get another one. So I'm using 4. This is the third one. Okay, I still need to place here. This is the 4th one. So you just arrange it and make sure they are equal. Can you see the way it is now? So all these ones now, I'll still use them to tie them together. So what I'll do now, can you see the way I placed mine? Because I want to remove it now and just show us how to tie one. So this is it now. And like I said before, now we'll be needing our glue gum, and because there is power failure here, instead of using this glue gum now, I can't plug it to the wall socket now because there is no light. What I'll do now is that I'll be using my candle wax. So I will use my lighter to get the wax. Okay, and I will apply my gum here. So I'll start with this. Okay, so I'll apply it here. Can you see? I'll apply it here. I'll also apply the gum here and here. Then once I'm done applying, I'll then take the tiny cord, yes, the tiny cord, and I will just use it to tie, just to secure it. So I will use it to tie to secure it. So just tie yours firmly. That's all you need to do. Then I will also I'll apply my gum to this way too, and to this one. Then when I'm done applying my gum, I'll use my tiny cord to tie. So this is what I will repeat for all of them, and for the remaining 3 that I'll place here, here, and here. So I hope you get that. So I'll do this off camera now and show us how it is. And now I'm done with the joining. Can you see? So I've joined this now. I've applied my glue gum and I've joined it as well. I tied with my tiny cord. So this is how it is now. You can see it's strong. So the next thing I'll do is that I'll take my fascinator, my molded fascinator covered with fabric, and I'll place it on it this way and then turn to the back. So what I want to do now is that, you see these places, because we want to insert this last fascinator, this last fascinator wire, we want to insert it inside the fascinator, the molded fascinator. So what I did is that any place I know that this place is going to come up, I will open it. So I'll just use my scissors to cut like this. Please don't cut too deep. So that is that, and I'll just continue like that. You see, I've cut this one now. So I'll just get my measurement straight and cut the others as well. So I've cut these two, so I'll just insert it inside now. Can you see? So it's remaining these two. I'll cut now and insert the wire inside. And I'm done. Can you see? So my fascinator wire is sitting inside now. I just open it up here and open it up here so that it can sit properly. So this is it now. The next thing I'll do is that I'll take my gum. So you take your gum and apply your gum and gum it. You need to gum this. So this is how you continue applying your gum. Then you press it down and gum it firmly. I think you may need to use clip for this. So while I'm gumming, I'll just use my clip to hold it down so that it will stay. So I've applied my gum to the other side as well. This is how I will continue to gum everything down. Alright, so this is it, and I'm sure it's dried to some extent now, so I'll remove all the clips. And that is done already. So to cover these rough edges I'm having here, I think I still need to work on this when I'm done. So to cover up the rough edges here, I'll apply my gum to my bias stripe. You already know how to do this. Apply your gum to your bias stripe and use it to tape it around this way. You can use trimmings as well, so use it to tape it around. That is for the back. Then when you are done, you need to apply you need to use your Alice band. You attach your Alice band to the back here, so you already know what to do. Let's concentrate on the front. Then for the front, you know this you see where we attached the wires together, all the joining points. We are going to cover the joining point up with our trimmings, or you can use small fabric flour, or you can use trimmings. Just use something that can cover it up. So this is what I'll be using. This is it. I'll just cut, and what I need to do, I will be using my glue gun for this. I want to use my glue gun for this. So this is it now. I'll be using my candle wax. So I'll apply my candle wax to one of them. So I'll cut. This is how it is. So I need to cut. So this point here, here and here, all the places where I did my journey, I will just use this to cover it up, to make it neat, and at the same time to beautify it. So this is what I will continue to do. Like I'll apply here, here and the other side. Alright, so this is it now. I've attached my flowers to it now, and you can see how it is. This is it, and it's looking beautiful. And that will be all for this tutorial. Like I said earlier on, you can attach your Alice band to the back of your work. Once again, you're watching our Creative World online training, and I'm Half Naomi.